first opened back in 2008, there's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Oilers taking on the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here, losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
And wow, a gamble here right off the bat. An onside kick to begin the game. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A very rare kickoff return on an onside kick. And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he'll decide to keep this once more. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll accept that penalty. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. He's going to try and take off with it. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go out to the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Swift will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Swift again. And he takes it in for a Colts score. DeAndre Swift. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. 65 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll try to run the option here. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration, and he decided to go for it there and try and kickstart things.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Nance. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Nance under pressure, and they got to him again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. The Colts send out their punter, and no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Fielded at the 43. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll start by running the option to the right. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll start by running the option to the right. A pitch back. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Oilers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. At the 50-yard line. Off play action. Nance. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Operating from the gun, Nance. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Houston's offense taking over again. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, Try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Andrews now to throw on second down. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. And the Colts are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch.
Now a diving catch made just beyond the line of scrimmage. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. They'll run with Swift, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they'll see what they can do on third and goal.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Nance. Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Colts are able to add on to that lead. Carlson's extra point up and good, and that makes it 21-8. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, and that is incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Carlson on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. He's had a great season, plenty of touchdown passes, but that last throw, not one of his finer moments, as it was returned for a touchdown on the pick 6. Now he starts again here, 1st and 10. Andrews throwing after the interception. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And here's Andrews on 1st down. Going deep here for Stills. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now they'll fake it there on the jet sweep, and instead, here's Swift. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Here's a 2nd and 5. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The Colts send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right at the 35. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. He's going to take another shot here. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for them so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Colts are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of him.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Looking to throw. Nance. He'll get this one to Pittman. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun. Nance. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Now Andrews operating from the gun. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Oilers get a bit closer. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Boy, still a half-plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. A second-quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw on 3rd down. Nance. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Down the left sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, turnabout is fair play, I guess. They had a pick 6 against them earlier, and now this defense, Charles, they get a pick 6 of their own.
And for a moment, let's just set aside how it impacts the scoreboard, because how about the response? One defense.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Boy, they're down only 1 score. Still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. On 2nd down, Swift. And down to the 36-yard line here. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Nance. And that is incomplete.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick 6. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this will stay a 1-score game as the lead will hold at 6. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
To throw is Andrews. Back to the air on 2nd down. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They throw some completions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Again, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll look to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Oilers are an extra point away from taking the lead. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. On 1st and 10, Nance out to the right and completes to Pittman. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Looking to throw. Nance. And he wisely will throw that one away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they have regained the lead. So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead in the intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
This taken in right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And Charles, I mean, look, you don't bench a starter of his caliber, but 4 first-half interceptions. How do you handle it from here?
Well, the easy thing is right away you try and run the football, take some pressure off of him. But you know the defense understands that as well. My second thing is give him throws that are safer, throws that he's confident in, the ones that he likes to make, and that way he try and get his confidence back up.
Throwing again on second and 10. Andrews. And now here's another interception. Picked by Julian Lowe. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Divine Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll bring out Anders Carlson now to try the field goal. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston.
Let's go.
Andrews now throwing to start the drive. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Andrews throwing on first down. And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Andrews. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Oilers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Back to throw. Andrews. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they were right on target there with a fade to get the 2.
It seems like a low percentage play, doesn't it? Because you're throwing it into a tough spot and there's not much room to come down. But when you have a really athletic receiver and a quarterback with touch, it's hard to defend.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Nance. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way has made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
On 3rd down, Nance. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Looking to throw. Nance. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Brandon Ayuk. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Houston's offense taking over again. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get it behind the line. Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They run out of the gun with Swift. On the tackle there was DJ Turner.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Got a man. That's Ayuk. Touchdown, Colts. Ayuk with now his second touchdown of this third quarter as his guys are able to extend their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there. Houston's offense taking over again. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And here's Andrews to throw again. Touchdown! A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Oilers have got it back to within a score. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Back to throw. Andrews. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession, try and
down the numbers. There he goes. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. A good chunk on the ground, and the keeper 17 yards, 1st down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. From the gun, here's Swift. And able to get this to the 31.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Let's go. This is 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Nance. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Back to throw. Nance. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And they'll bring out Anders Carlson now to try the field goal. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So give him 3 on that drive. Normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder. A field goal is going to be enough because, as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Houston set to take over. Now Andrews throwing to start the drive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
The second down and 10 there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. To throw is Andrews on 1st and 10. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw. Andrews. Brought in by Huff. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll run again, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll try again, and he's going to lose yardage again as he is stuffed behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And the Colts are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. They'll start by running the option to the right. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Colts send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That's taken it around the 40. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston's offense taking over again. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control. Touchdown, Houston! A big play there. 54 yards. And the Oilers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. They'll try and run it in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I don't. I know you do, but I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally, because somewhere the chart's something's gonna pop out of the chart and say, hey man, just kick the extra point here. You're in good shape.
And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A very rare kickoff return on an onside kick, and the Colts will add to their fourth quarter lead. Carlson's extra point up and good, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Houston's offense taking over again, and it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, and their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Andrews now on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Right where this setup down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To throw on third down, Andrews. That is caught. He will have the first down and a bit more. Touchdown! A great play there. 47 yards. And the Oilers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. It's caught at the 1, and he will get into the end zone for 2, and this game now tied here in the fourth. And how about this decision? Tie game, fourth quarter. They want the ball back on the onside kick. Now this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the fourth as the kick's away. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win. Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Back to throw now on second and 10. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now, Huff, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Huff, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Third down, now even tougher. Third and 13 after that loss of a yard. Operating from the gun, Andrews. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 23. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. First and 10 here. Now a handoff up the middle. Huff, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Andrews looking to throw on second down. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On first down, they'll run with the Wangu. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. On second down, here's the Wangu. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal. Another rundown from the Wangu. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Here's Andrews throwing on fourth down. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
This is 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
He'll look to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Finding Pittman, and they'll get him down after a gain of 7, but they'll happily give him that. Here comes second down. Back to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
And that's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.